definitely not the House, because it not only costs millions.
Good morning, people. We the people. We the people of the land of the living. I went to municipal court, and this is on a successful right to travel, as distinguished from
The trial of three men for the murder of rapper XXX and Tashion is underway.
distinguished from driving. Okay. The court goes the people of the state of New Jersey versus Rodolfo Aragon. The bailiff, Your Honor, he's being charged with driving an unregistered motor vehicle, and he's also being charged with no liability insurance coverage. They didn't say I didn't have a license, but unregistered and no insurance. Okay, so to call us up first, I challenge jurisdiction, like everybody else does. Is this a civil court, criminal court? It's criminal. Okay, if it's criminal, is it common law? I married to maritime or statutory? It says statutory. So I told them, where can I find the rules and regulations for that? They try to show me a thick ass book. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was like, okay. So I always stood to the challenge jurisdiction, but I submitted my argument in the right to travel, which they try to ask me, how do I plead? Well, it's like I enter no plea. I like to answer in the form of a demurrer that I don't acquiesce to quasi jurisdiction. And then I told him, well, I will enter a plea for you. I was like, well, that's practicing law from the bench. That's a violation of Title 28 U.S.C. 454. And then one of the district attorney, he's like, well, Your Honor, he's a so-called sovereign. I'm like, Your Honor, I object to that term. That's libel, slander, and defame. He libel, slander, and defame me. That's not me. I'm one of the people of the United States of America. Big difference. I'm an American. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm an American. So then I was like, so you've been charged with these two, which is driving on a registered motor vehicle and driving without insurance. I'm like, well, Your Honor, I'm an unenfranchised common law free man. I live at the common law. I'm not a participant in any taunting schemes and limited liability in a joint venture for profit with an insurable interest requiring me to participate in this corporate Ponzi schemes. I live at the common law. I travel at the common law. I got the right to travel freely and unencumbered pursuant to Shapiro versus Thompson, 394 U.S. 618, 1973, and that right is so basic it doesn't need to be mentioned. The state of New Jersey arbitrarily and erroneously converted my right to travel into a privilege and issued a license and a fee for it, namely failure to unregister and get insurance. Your Honor, Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, 105 U.S. 319, 1943, clearly states no state, including New Jersey, may convert my right to travel, my secure liberty, into a privilege and issue a license and a fee for it. And if they do, Shuttleworth versus City, Birmingham, Alabama, 373 U.S. 262. Clearly states no state clearly states I may engage in the right with impunity. That means you can't punish me, Your Honor. And then the judge goes, okay, we're gonna set this for trial. You're going to trial. Boom. So this happened over a year. Kept going. Two judges kept bouncing me back and forth. Then this third time, I got a different judge. And he's like, well, what's up with this case? Why is it taking so long? I'm like, Your Honor, I've been challenging jurisdiction. I've been exercising my right to travel, and the judges keep telling me we're going to trial. Like, okay, but next time, we're going to put you for trial to start trial. If we don't start trial, we're going to dismiss your case. So then they send me back to the one of the first two that they kept bouncing me around. And they're like, we're gonna set this for trial. I'm like, objection, Your Honor. The last judge I was in front of, he told me that if we didn't start trial today, we was gonna dismiss the case. And they're like, oh, well, we're going to trial. Well, Your Honor, I just spoke to the prosecutor. I spoke to the prosecutor previously. You know how they give you an option to speak to the prosecutor over the phone if you go in court online. So I told the prosecutor, listen, I'm suing you. I'm suing the judge. I'm suing like 3 of you judges. Would you like the civil case number? He said, yeah. I gave him the civil case. I went previously before that, maybe about a month or two. I filed 42 U.S.C. 1983 against like 8 people. 3, 4 of them were like judges. 2 of them were prosecutors. Then the police officer. So I gave him the civil number. So he's put on notice. He took the civil number. So I took that to court that day. So when I was like, Your Honor, I'm like, didn't the prosecutor give you the summons number? He's like, yeah, I got your summons number for your tickets. I'm like, no, not that one. I'm talking about the civil case where I'm suing you and I'm suing them. He's like, you know what? Okay, so the judge said if you didn't start trial, we're going to dismiss it. Well, let me look at the papers. Okay, in the light of the facts, we're going to honor that judge's word, that judge's ruling, and since they're not ready for trial, we're going to dismiss. Boom, they dismissed. And I'm like, yes. Successful right to travel. This is my papers. These are the copies that I submitted to another case where I'm doing in New York. A right to travel free and unencumbered pursuant to Shapiro versus Thompson. That right is so basic it doesn't need to be mentioned. So look, you see, this is my name. These are the tickets number. This is the year they gave to me, October 10th, 2020. This is driving or parking on registered motor vehicle code 39, statute 3934. Seal, you see, it says disposition date 11/10/21. So that was a year and like 2 months, a year and 3 months later. I beat it. It's just dismissal, findings, dismissal. SAL. I'm not sure what that is right now, but it was dismissed. I had to go to New Jersey and get these original copies. I got them somewhere, but these are the copies I submitted to my evidence to my New York case, which I'm still fighting. I'm telling you, it take long, but I beat it, right? So that's that. And this is the other one. Well, I say it's successful because I stuck to the jurisdiction and I stuck to the right to travel, and I didn't take no attorney. I didn't take no lawyer. I objected. I was like, I got the right. I try to stick to the rules and regulations that they use. So do you understand? When they ask me, do you understand? I ignore that question to an extent that I respond with a different answer. I don't say, oh, I don't understand. You know, I don't want to know. We're supposed to take control. So if they're asking you a question, you question with an answer, something like that. So, yes, Mommy? Okay, want pancakes?
I know pancakes.
Okay, I'll do it right now. This is the other one. This is no liability insurance coverage of motor vehicle. Different. The last number changed. They gave me the same summonses at the same time. And this is again on August 10, 2020, and it was dismissed on November 10, 2021. Dismissal. You know, it was sealed and stamped. So that's what happened. I don't know if you can see. That's my name on it. Ellie, please don't touch, Mommy. Hold on. You see, Administrative Officer of the Courts, Woodbridge Municipal Court, 1 Main Street. That's my name right there. You know, all rights reserved. So, I was like, Yana, I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't getting hired. For nobody, to everybody that was inside my property. I use the word property. I don't use the word car. I'm like, it is my property. You may refer to it as a car or automobile or whatever, but if it's all the same to you, what you say is all the same, I prefer property. So I stick to the word property. You know, words have meanings. So I did that and I won. By then they already had they impounded my car and they sold it. So now That's a different case. It's still pending. I'm at the federal court. They tried to dismiss 4 times. The court told them no, they gotta answer. So this is the right to travel freely and unencumbered pursuant to Shapiro versus Thompson, and that right is so basic it doesn't need to be mentioned. You say, were you driving on this day? No, Your Honor, I was traveling. Oh, well, it's the same thing. Okay, so then let's use the word traveling. Don't use the word driving. You get what I'm saying? And this is not the same thing. And they ask you again, oh, well, we're not going to take that gibberish shit. Well, Your Honor, under the advice of counsel, I like to invoke my Fifth Amendment not to participate in anything that will incriminate me. And under the Fourth Amendment, I have invoked my Fifth to be secured in my person, papers, and effects. I go hard. So, this is successful right to travel, challenging jurisdiction. First, I challenged jurisdiction, then they continued, fine. But I objected. Then I gave my constitutional defense, and then I went back to jurisdiction, and that's how I stuck for the whole time. Every time, and they said, we're going to put you for trial, we're going to put you for trial, we're going to put you for trial. And I told them, yo, last time you said we're going to trial. Why we not start trial? And they finally dismissed. I told them, listen, I filed a suit against you. Do you want the summons number? He's like, oh, no, I got the summons number. And I'm like, no, the summons number of you, or how you going to get served of my civil case. Oh, okay, we're going to look at the papers. We're going to honor the largest judges. If we didn't start trial, the people not ready, let's go. Case dismissed. Boom. I wish I recorded that too. But there you go. I use the same cases that I use on my other video on the right to bear arms. Same shit. I don't ask for permission. I don't need to. You're not my dad, you're not my mom. Fuck, I'm asking for permission, and I'm grown already, so the most I'll ask for them now is advice. But government was created to protect you, the Declaration of Independence. So act like it. Be it. Live it. Thank you. Comment, subscribe, and donate. You're the best. We the people of the land of the living.